Tagliatelle. And I have a box full of books here. Oh yes. I did some retail therapy at my local op shop today, and they've rearranged everything around. So the books are really organised and it looks like a real bookshop. It's amazing. So yeah, I don't know what I've got. I got it this morning. It's now the afternoon. Boy, have I had a day. So this is a nice way to kind of round out my day by going through my books. I bought a heap of cookbooks. And I'm not going to bore you with them all. But I don't know why. I have an obsession with cookbooks. And let's be honest, I hardly ever cook anything out of them because I'm addicted to a slow cook because I'm a lazy mum cook. But maybe one day I'll get some inspiration. I got Green Kitchen at Home. I liked that cover. I got the Happy Cookbook. She looks happy. There's birds that just, butterflies just fly around her all day while she sits in like a bunch of kale. So happy. But inside are these little notes that somebody's made and left behind. Oh, where there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is honour in the nation. Where there is honour in the nation, there is peace in the world. This person got very happy from this cookbook. What is going on? Oh, another one. It's like their Christmas card list with all these people and their addresses. Oh, and here's something. Coconut and berry whip. They marked that one. So anyway, the treasures you find in used cookbooks. Right, there's that one. There's a whole new way to eat. There's a theme here, isn't there? Perhaps I'm sick of the meaty slow cookers I've been cooking. Anyway, a whole new way to eat. A homegrown table. I loved holding a chicken. Apparently she won MasterChef. There it is. I don't know. I don't watch TV. And Growers Market. There you go. Lovely big cabbage on the front. Okay, that's all my cookbooks. Oh no, wait, there's more. Kitchen garden cooking with kids. This woman, Stephanie Alexander, if you're not Australian, she runs this kitchen garden program through the schools. It's amazing. And they grow their veggies and they learn how to cook with them. And yeah, I thought I'd buy this and maybe my boys and I can work through it. Right, I think that's all now. Now we're on to the books. The End of Plenty, just after I bought all those cookbooks, huh? This is about how there's more mouths to feed than ever before, and this guy is an environmental journalist, and I guess he tries to work out how the hell we're going to feed everyone and what mass agriculture has done to Mother Earth. So I liked the idea of learning more about that, that's for sure. A cookery school, dodgy, easy to read kind of thing. All these women go to a cookery school. Yeah, it's set in a Sicilian mountain town and these women are lost and something happens at the cookery school that makes them happy again. So there we go. We've got Middlemarch. I don't have Middlemarch. I think I tried to read it once and it made me cry from frustration. So maybe one day I'll be brave enough to give this another go. Oh, I got The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diefenbaugh. I don't know if this is a contemporary or what this is, but through my reading of The Lost Flowers of Alice Hart, Holly Ringland wrote about this language of flowers and how different bouquets are put together with different meanings. And this kind of intimates that this is what this book is about. And I'm really interested in that. I love that idea very much. So these are two novellas. Why did I get this book? I don't know. It's an Australian book. One novella is set in the Blue Mountain. Oh, this is about, it looks at the difficulties that the elderly people face and how vulnerable they are and how they have to rely on people to look after them, and then those people that have to look after them, how they relate, I guess. I found that quite interesting. What are the choices in old age? So yeah, interesting questions now that I'm getting older. I'm just relying on my kids, really. Oh, look. Oh, there was a bookmark in this book. This is Stravinsky's Lunch. I loved the cover. This is about two women that are born a year apart exactly, and one leaves Australia and moves to Paris, and the other stays in the outskirts of Sydney. One has this really bohemian lifestyle in Paris, and the other has, she's a spinster in the outer suburbs of Sydney. So, anyway, that intrigued me, that idea that people's lives can go in two different directions, and are you missing out, or, you know, because you made a choice that dictates the rest of your life, you don't realise it at the time, you know, what parallel lives, that whole sliding doors thing. I don't know, I'm into that stuff. We'll see. The Adventurer Who Unlocked Japan. This is a novel, I'm pretty sure. And this is, 1611, and these people in London get a letter from this guy who's been living in Japan for more than a decade and is kind of working his way up through the shogun's court. And then these people go from London to kind of hang out with him and see what's going on over there in Japan. I don't know whether they're sent to rescue him or whether they're just going to try and, they're trying to work their way in to take over Japan, I guess. It's illuminated by first-hand accounts, so it's a novel, I guess, but it's a fascinating story of the first Englishman to visit the forbidden lands of Japan. Historical fiction, love it. What's this one? Oh, more historical fiction. Alexander, the Sands of Ammon. Alexander the Great. It describes his quest to conquer Asia. Historical fiction, again. I'm really into this at the moment. I have to thank Madeline Miller for that with all of the Cersei stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I want to know more about... I would rather read a novel about the events just to get an overall understanding. I don't need it to be historically accurate, because let's face it, I'm not going to remember those dates and times and who was where, but I'm going to understand the overall picture, and I would rather read a novel than some non-fiction account because I'm lazy. The Loop by Nicholas Evans. It's about wolves that they return to Montana. They were slaughtered centuries ago, but now they're an endangered species, so they've reintroduced, I guess, back into that part of the world. And then it's about these people, you know, a biologist who is sent there to protect the wolves, and then there's ranchers and people that aren't happy with the wolves, rada, rada, rada. So it's sort of man's conflict with nature and the wild within himself. Could be interesting. What's this one? The Custodians. Were any of them more than they had been as children? I don't know. Were they? Was he? Right, so The Custodians is about, it's set in southern Australia, and there's a group of children and they all go off in different directions to seek their lives, I guess. But they are the custodians of the land that they left, and they have to struggle with their history and with their relationships and with the experiences that they have had since they've left Australia, and come back and try and reconcile that with taking care of this land, I think. I don't know. Are they all Indigenous? I don't know. It mentions that one child is Indigenous. This is Nicholas Jose, and he is a South Australian author. He's got quite the picture on the back. Ah, see, I'm into this stuff. This is about who? Who's this about? Nero, I guess. Emperor Nero. We're in 68 AD and we're in Rome. And what happens? Yeah, right. So Nero commits suicide and then successors commit suicide, and we look at just that time in history. So interesting. More Roman history for me to get an understanding of generally. Oh, we're on the last one. Oh, this is a David Marr book. David Marr's an awesome author. He's a sort of a, I guess he's a political writer, a social commentator. I don't know. He's very well celebrated in Australia, and this is about some guy called Barwick. So Garfield Barwick, and he, fought to destroy the Communist Party in Australia, and he was a really influential dude that I've never heard of before. But I like David Marr's writing for sure. What about that portrait on the cover, that poor guy? That's it. So this is my stack. Oh, oops. That's my stack minus Middlemarch. If you've read any, let me know. Oh gosh. If you want to read some with me, let me know. These are going onto my bookshelves for me to enjoy at a later date. I love building my library. I absolutely love it. Okay, thanks for chatting with me. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye everyone.